I have a confession to make. When I first became a COO, I didn't know how to hire people in the first place. To be exact, I didn't know how to go through the process. And is there a process in the first place or not? Surprisingly, when I spoke with the head of recruitment and HR, head of customer support, head of marketing, head of IT, I realized that no one knows how to hire people. Nobody has a proper structure and a flow that can use and they can go through it. So after a while and going through a lot of recruitment process, hiring wrong people, hiring right people, I realized that there is a formula here. There is a structure here that I can build, I can share it with others, and if we follow that process, our success rate of hiring people is gonna increase tremendously. And it worked. And I saw it as a COO. Later on, I shared the same framework with other people in different businesses that I advised, and it worked for them as well. Now I built it, I tried to polish it a little bit more, and I have a clear structure how to hire people. So in this video, I'm gonna share you these 5 phases that you need to go through, and overall 20 steps inside of these 5 phases. And I give you a sample of these templates that you can use, plus the AI prompt inside of them, and you start your journey of hiring and finding the perfect candidate that you can hire and also onboard and review after 90 days after onboarding them. Let's start. Before we jump into 5 phases and 21 steps, I want you to do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video if only you get value out of it. Now, let's jump in. So before you do any hiring in your business, you need to understand, do I need another person to solve this specific problem or not? A lot of times it happens that so many businesses, they face a specific issue and they realize that, oh, I need to hire a person. But the root cause of that issue is somewhere else. And if you solve it, you don't need to go through the hiring process in the first place. But let's assume that you already need more people to do the job for you, and the root cause of the problem is not adding another person to the business. And you need this person for real. First of all, go through the hiring decision worksheet. Let me show you what it is exactly. So the hiring decision worksheet is going to walk you through the whole process. Tells you what this is, why it matters, and how to use it. There are multiple questions inside of it that you can answer to understand what type of person do you need. Do you need them in the first place or not? For example, what work is not getting done right now? You need to be specific. How long has this been a problem? What happens if you do nothing about it for the next 3 months? Once you understand and go through all the questionnaire and answer them, you can then use this prompt that I have it and copy paste your worksheet into any AI agent that you have, put this prompt there, and they give you a polished document about your hiring decision, and it can guide you through it. So I built this on purpose, and you can download it using the link down below, and it's a sample of the whole process. Now, once you go through this step, the next one is going to be a role scorecard. You need to have defined a scorecard for this position, what they should do, responsibilities, etc. And then using that role scorecard, you can write the proper job description for that position. A lot of companies, when they want to hire a new person inside their business, they skip the first 2 steps. So they just go to the job description. They go on LinkedIn, Indeed, other platforms. I try to copy some information from those platforms, similar job description, paste it, feed it to AI. I said, like, I need an account manager. I need a marketing manager. I need someone for customer support. So they just copy paste everything. They don't have any clue why they are hiring this person in the first place. And that causes a lot of issues down the line. So what if you go through the hiring decision worksheet and then roll a scorecard, then you have a clear process of writing a proper job description. Once you have that, you need to clarify the compensation offer and plan your budget and everything. You're not sharing all details with your candidates, but in some countries, in some provinces or states, you need to specify the range of the salary. So that's going to be the range, and you have some top of the line and bottom of the line for the negotiation sides too, that you can negotiate. You can understand that what are you offering to these candidates so they can choose you over other competitors. Because at the end of the day, every business owners that I talk to, they want A players, but they're not ready for A players because they don't have this process in place for hiring them, for compensating them, and so on. Okay, once we have the define role phase, we go to the next phase, which is attract and source. You need to post the job. It's quite easier, straightforward. You need to source, channel plan, and then outreach and referral messages. Let me show you a few examples through the template so you can have an understanding of this too. Let's say that you want to have a job posting template. Job posting template, once you have a clear, clean template, you can use it all over. Like you can share it with anyone else and you can use it all the time. So you have a post, you have a headline for the role, you have a hook, which is a few sentences to be attractive to the candidates, what you will do and who you are about the candidates and so on, pay range, location, and some of the standard perks that you're offering that your competitors may be not offering. So once you fill out such a form, it's just going to make your life way easier. And then you have the AI prompt separately. You can feed it to an AI and you have the polished document in place. That makes life easier. I didn't have any of these things, but now I built them. The outreach, referral messages, you can come up with some compensation plan for your referrals as well. Or inside your business, if you have some people that you know that they have connections, they can introduce their friends from different companies, they have those expertise that you want, you can come up with a compensation plan or a referral plan that you compensate anyone that can bring you candidates. And that's like the word of mouth. If they are happy inside the business, then they are getting paid to introduce other people and bring them and recruit them. And it's going to save you tons of time and money, of course. Attract and resource done. We go to the next stage, screen and select. So at this stage, you need to have the application screening scorecard. You understand, you put them into a framework and you understand which candidates you like most and score them based on their ability, based on their behavior, based on their personality test, and so on. You go through them. And if you are multiple people on the interview and the calls and you want to check all the candidates, you need to have separate scorecards. I'm going to talk about it in a little. Once you have that screening, you understand that these candidates are properly match your requirements, then you do the phone screen call. You understand that, okay, this person is real person, it's not an AI, and are they really like the same? It's just going to be 15, 20 minutes, maximum 30 minutes call interview to understand that you get exactly what they offered on the resume and CV. And then you schedule a structured interview and guide. This is what happens a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, executives, they mess here. They mess big. I've been on interviews before, like other people interviewed me for a job, and the whole interview was a whole mess. They didn't know what to ask. They were nervous. They didn't have a structure. They didn't know who they wanted to hire in the first place. Attitudes were off. So having a structure for your interview is going to save you a lot of time, and you show that professionalism throughout the interview, so candidates understand that, okay, this is a company that I like to work for. Once you have that structure guide, then you go through the interview scorecard. After the interview is done, this is the part that I mentioned earlier. The scorecards, every person who is present on that interview should have a separate scorecard, and they need to score privately. So, because after the interview is done, you can check notes with each other on certain abilities. I like this person, I give this person 5 out of 5. Another person says, no, I give him like 3 out of 5. On the personality, you like the personality. Another person give them a lower score. You need to combine, brainstorm, and why did you like it? What's your perspective on this person? And the other person gives you the perspective as well. So you can make the best hire possible, which fits your culture, fits environment, fits the expertise that you're looking for, and so on. After that, reference check script. You can have a script. I build it again. It's inside the documents. You can go through them. Then you have a hiring decision matrix as well to decide at the end to hire this person or not. You're comparing this candidate to other candidates as well, and you're scoring them based on their abilities and the previous scorecards that you have from the interview. So it creates a clear flow. As you can see, it's just a clear flow from the beginning to the end. Once you have everything, we go to phase 4 of the interview, which is offer and close. You send them an offer letter with the proper script. You get, if you have a script in place, you can use it for everyone. And then you send them an offer, negotiation guide. You already have a range. You know that what is acceptable to you, to your company, your budget for this person or not. So that's your negotiation guide. And once you do that, candidate rejection template. If you don't want someone, you don't need to ghost them. You can send them a polite, professional email, reject them. You can give a couple of answers that these are the reasons or alignment, but for whatever reason that you're rejecting this person, sending this email is showing professionalism for you, and you don't want to burn any bridges with your candidates. Maybe, who knows, maybe they're not the right fit right now, but they're gonna be in your database after 6 months or a year. You might need to contact them and headhunt them even. Sometimes it happens. So once you do that, we move to the last phase, which is onboarding. And this is one of those stages that so many people don't care about for whatever reason. Like, I've seen it so many times. You go through all of these difficulties, but first day of so many people is a mess. I remember my first day. It was a mess when I started working in corporate world. It was a mess. First week was a mess. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have a proper onboarding. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who should I report to. I didn't know who could teach me. I didn't know anything. And I've seen it so many times. And as a COO, I made this mistake myself. So I don't walk on water, but I made this mistake. That's why one of the reasons I came up with this framework is to help navigate business owners to go through the proper process. Because this is the most important one. This is make it and break it for you. You go through hiring good people, but then on the onboarding side, people mess it up. So before, I would say at least a week or two before the first day of your candidate, you have a pre-onboarding checklist. You go through everything. Document signed, everything is onboarding is done. First day is gonna be like this. First week it should be like this, and so on and so on. You go through all the things that you need to provide. Sometimes you need to provide them laptop, phone, car, additional accessories. You prepare everything. So on the first day, you just give them the keys, give them the laptop, give them everything, guide them through the process so they feel welcome and they're working in a professional environment. Then first day week plan. We want to have a clear, detailed first day work and first week plan. You want to know exactly based on different time frames and schedules what they should do, who should they contact, who can teach them from this time to this time. If you're detailed, then your life is going to become easier, and these people can go through the structure and process. Because the first 3 months for a lot of businesses, no matter where you are in the world, is going to be the probation period. And if you can come up with a structure and show it as part of the culture of the company, then everyone can follow it. And some people don't fit that. Don't get me wrong, it's not always on the business side. A lot of times candidates, they're polished, they're amazing, but they cannot follow a clean structure based on the requirement of your business. So you can filter out still. First day, week plan is very crucial, is very important. Walk them through, guide them. And then once you have that and once you've done, you need a 30, 60, and 90-day plan. You need to understand what do you expect from this candidate after 30 days? What do you expect from them after 60 and 90 days? So you want to plan the whole probation period. You need to understand that these are the objectives of this hire and I want to reach them. And if they can reach it, perfect. And this is not something private. You're sharing it with the person as well, because that's going to be very effective. It's going to be part of your culture, that you're setting up clear standards, you're setting up accountability, and you expect that things to get done. And you provide them with all the resources and training possible so they can reach there. That's very important. And after that, the final stage, 20th stage, is going to be new hire check-in and review. After 90 days, you want to make sure that everything was according to your plans and documents, and this new hire met your expectations for this position. And then you close the loop. And if you want to hire someone else, still you go through all these 5 phases and 20 steps. One thing I need to mention about these steps is that you can skip some of them. But if you go through them one by one, as you can see, everything flows here. If you go through one by one, then your life, your head of department's life is going to be way easier because everybody is following the same structure. And that becomes a standard in your business. Now, if you want to get all these 20 templates that I've shown you here, and you can just plug and play them and have a clear structure, then you can get them using the link in the description, and you can use the discount code Vahab10 for 10% discount on the order. The cost of it is quite cheap. It's like a couple of sandwiches if you live in Canada and US, of course. But if you don't want to pay for it, you can spend a week or so, build it, copy this structure, build it yourself with the AI or any tool that you have, and you can come up with it. But if you want to save that week of time and effort and then polishing and everything, you can just get it for $47 with 10% discount using the discount code, and it's yours. All the documents, you can share it with everyone in your department, in your company, and everyone can follow the same structure. And if you have any comments, feedback, you can share them with me. And if you don't know how to implement it inside your business, and structurally there are some other issues that you need to get solved, that's where I come in. As a business advisor, that's my job, to help you, to bring you clarity, to find solutions that you cannot find yourself, especially when you are deep inside the business. You have so many blind spots, and you need a second pair of eyes and ears and a new brain to help you to find those blind spots and cover them. So that's what I do. That's part of my Solver program and advisory services. You can always book a free call with me and watch in one of these videos somewhere around here, and I will be so happy to help you out. And about this program, if you get it, once you get it, you can share any feedback with me, comment it down below, or book a call with me. I'm going to jump on a call with you and help you out to navigate the whole process. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.